fresh channel. Nobody knows who I am or what I do, and etc. And it feels really good. I kind of like, you know, slow and steady wins the race, and I think this is really inspiring to myself and others that you can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it, and it does not have to be an ASMR channel. So today, that being said, I want to do this video because I really wanted to do this just to get it out of my head, because I wanted to always try this when I was a little bit maybe 5-6 years ago. Maybe I had this idea, but I never put ASMR into effect until obviously last year, or November of last year. So I wanted to try this, and just maybe we can make some tingles out of it, and also just, I know you guys like when I talk and stuff, so we can just mix and master all that. Okay, so that being said, I'm gonna introduce you guys to something I found in my little vault. I don't have a lot of things, but when I do find things, I have, like I told you guys, nostalgia, memorabilia. I really hold dear to my heart because of my childhood was not really, I'm not gonna say like I was poor and broke and I was living in blah blah blah, but it was just my you know, my mom and dad and their situation between them and my back and forth, and just, yeah, overall both of my parents were in my lives, and they weren't together, but they held it down for me. Shout outs to my parents. But that being said, I hold everything to my heart because everything has like a little, it's like a little puzzle piece of me. So we are going to introduce you to a little bit. I don't know what age I was when this came out or when I started playing it, but obviously I was a kid. So we're gonna introduce you to my Game Boy SP from Nintendo. This is actually my little brother's, the one I told you guys that he had a birthday the other day on the 10th. I cannot find mine. Mine was a silver edition, and I'm pretty sure someone stole it or broke it. No, there's no way I broke it. I keep everything, so someone must have stole it. This is his Game Boy SP that I remember he just never used, and I was like, you know what? I actually found it in one of my boxes in the garage because I keep everything. So I was like, you know what? I'm claiming it. And I didn't think it was gonna work because it's so dusty. I actually ordered it on Amazon. If you guys are interested and have one of these, this pack right here, it's a electric power adapter, GBSP compatible. It's a hot promotional item, which I think is true because it worked. Input AC 100 250 volt, 50 to 60 hertz, 4 watt. Output DC 5.2 V 32 320 MA. Here, we'll just read the back. Electric power adapter. Attention, please be aware of electric shock when using. According to safety, after using this product, please take it away from the socket. This adapter can be used worldwide. Can be continuous for GBSP game consoles transmission, 5.2V power, dry locations, and indoor use only. Risk of electric. I don't know the things on there now. There's a sticker. So there it is right there. If you guys want to go back to memory lane, and if you're one of those people that like the little fast and easy stuff, just scan that right there, the barcode on your Amazon thing, and it will pop up. spoiler if you know who Game Freak is. So this thing does work. So wow, I can't believe this thing works. Let me zoom in for you guys. My big old head. Crazy. I like my silver one. So you can do left, right, up, down, B, A, select, start. Volumes on the side. If you guys are not in this era, or were in this era, you know, you weren't even thought of. There's a screen dimmer. It goes screen off, screen on. The only reason why they had that was because when your parents came into the room, you can turn it off and act like you were asleep. No, just kidding. Look at my hair is getting crazy. No, it was a backlight. So when you're in the dark, you can click it and it'll turn on and it'll light up the whole screen. And then obviously when you're in the daytime, you turn it off and yeah. Yeah, volume on the side and on and off on the, and then your L trigger and R trigger. I don't remember what those are for. I don't actually remember what games I used that for. But yeah, this one's pretty old. Has a crack from the middle of the screen. It looks like it got maybe sat on or something. This little crack. But it works like a charm. It sounds great and powers great, and it's still powered on after a month that I have this connected. So the Game Boy SP, this thing was amazing. And I did have the Game Boy Color before. It was a translucent purple with the little squiggly light so you can play at night. And I don't have that. I don't know what happened to it. If I ever come across one, I will buy one just for memorabilia. And a lot of these things I'm talking about is because now that you guys know I have my son, I'm going to be showing these off and keeping these for him later on in life as a time capsule and just story time about what they are. And I was trying to explain this to my nephew because he wanted this, and I was like, no, I'm keeping it. He didn't understand why. But now, well, now you guys know. But yeah, so that adapter thing saved my life right there. Now, I'm going to show you some games that I found with it. I'm pretty sure one of them is my older brother's, and the rest are mine. No, actually, I think one is my older brother's, and it's from the old Game Boy. Because SP, I believe. No, wait. Was it Game Boy? Wait, was it the Game Boy? I never had the Game Boy. My older brother did. The Game Boy Color, the Game Boy. Which one did this take? Was it the Game Boy Advance or Game Boy SP first? I forgot. Let's see. Game Boy SP. Release. Okay, there's that one. Okay, Game Boy Advance. Release. Okay, so Game Boy Advance came first and then SP. Why didn't I not think of that? So I had No, I was 1992. So I didn't have the Game Boy Pocket. So those aren't my eras. I didn't have the Game Boy Light. What the heck is the Light? Game Boy. Let's see the Light real quick. No, I never had the Light. Sorry. So I had the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, and the Game Boy Micro. What the heck is that? That's before a Micro. Oh, I remember this. I remember these things. They didn't do too well. I remember that. Wow, never had that. Okay, so we had the Game Boy Color 1998, Game Boy Advance 2001, and Game Boy SP 2003. Now, the original Game Boy can be played on all of these. So, without let's do, we'll keep that one up. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is from, I'm pretty sure it's from the original Game Boy. This is very old looking and made in Japan. Is Star Wars. Can't go wrong with Star Wars. You know, there's Luke, Han, Leia. And what does it say on it? Nintendo. It's got some bite marks on it. What's going on here? Somebody was hungry. The player's choice. Million seller. Star Wars. This side out. Made in Japan. That plastic. I remember playing this game and it was very hard. This was my older brother's game, I'm pretty sure. I found it and I was like, backstory of my brother and my little brother, they are not nostalgia type people like me. They oh, and those of you who don't know, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I am an only child. I have two half brothers, but we were all very close and very kind of the same in gaming and stuff like that. But they were into like nostalgia, keeping things. Let's just say I'm the more emotional one. Okay, so that's that one. The second one, I'm for sure this is my little brother's because this is not anything I would play. Tyco RC Mattel. Oh my god, Mattel is so old school. Racing Rats. Racing Rats. It's like a translucent. Pretty cool. See all the little, what do you call that? It's hard to focus. It's translucent. The light is going, reflecting off of it. Racing Rats. I do not remember this game. 5 stars out of 5. Wow, it actually did really well. Maybe it did play this. I don't remember. Let's do a Star Wars guy. Star Wars Game Boy game. It's in stock for $12.97. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Wikipedia. We got the wiki. The wiki. Oh, 1991 game. I actually don't know. I just remember how hard it was. You were like in the dunes, and it was so hard to get out of that, and I just always gave up. Okay. It got a 65% Game Boy Power Limited. Fam, this got 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Electronic Gaming Monthly got 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10. All Game 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5. It looks like it did okay. 7 out of 10 overall. I'm guessing the hype because of the movie, obviously. Okay, well that's that. Okay, so that's that one. So we got these two right here. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? Where are you guys? Here we go. Okay, so we got these two. And you got the dog in the back. So far. Now, this was my game before. I love this game. So fun. Army Men 2 from 3DO. Oh my god, you guys. You guys are dope. 1998 Nintendo. Same. Look at translucent film. This is back Nintendo. Army Man guy with the flamethrower on the front. Pretty cool. My favorite game was on the Dreamcast. I believe it was called Sergeant's Heroes. It was like a first-person shooter, I believe. That was so fun. Oh, it was a first person or third person? I'm trying to think. Dang, it's been so long. I don't know. Army Men 2. Let's see how Army Men 2 did. Army Men 2. Army Men 2. Army Men 2. Army Men 2. Army Men. Army Men 2. I believe Army Men 1 or Army Men was on the PC. 98. Windows 98. I believe. Oh yeah, this was cool. The sniper assault. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys stuff because I don't know how YouTube is on dragging and dropping photos that aren't mine. I'm a little bit nervous on doing that, so it's okay, we won't do that. We're not a review channel yet, but this game was pretty fun. Obviously, you're just an army man in a real life world, and you're just battling the tan, I believe, right? And then there's ants that come and kill you, fire ants. If that's still the same concept. They had so many. They had like air attack. Let's see how many stars. Let's see how many army men games in order with a console. This was not part of the script. I was just gonna review these with you guys. Nothing crazy. But now I'm very curious on all these games. PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, Game Boy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the heck? Army Men. always in space. I do not remember that. That sounds really cool. I remember Air Attack was on everything. Or Air Combat. That's at Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, Windows. Armament World War. That was a great game. Air Tactics. I do not remember. World War, Land, Sea, and Air. I had that one. Sergeant Heroes 2. Amazing game. I had that too. Air Attack 2. I think. I'm pretty sure I had. Or played it on GameCube. I think at my cousin's. Now, 2001 era. I do not remember these ones. Except for. No, I don't remember any of these. Armament World War. Green Rogue. Advance. Portal Runner was a spin-off of World War. Team Assault. Operation Green. Don't remember any of that. Then there was an RTS game. Don't remember that. Dark Forest. Don't remember that. Armament Sarge's War. I believe I remember that. And then everything on beyond that, I do not remember. And then everything's mobile, so shout out to Army Men for still being out there, I think, until Toy Wars. Toy Wars. Army Men Strikes Back Toy Wars on mobile, 2017. So yeah, childhood right there. It was so different. That was like, I mean, I think Call of Duty was wasn't Call of Duty on? Let's see. No, so like it was like the Call of Duty of like, I mean, Army Man was like Call of Duty Battlefield before that all came about. I think basically, I guess you would say, you know, land, sea, air type stuff. Okay, and then we have. Hope you guys are enjoying me talking about this stuff. I don't know. It's okay. It's whatever I want to do, and right now I like this, doing this, because it makes me happy. And if it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. Which one should we go with first? Let's go this way, because I don't know why. Okay, we're gonna pay homage to Pokemon. We gotta start with Pikachu. I know this is like a rare gem. This one right here, when it's factory sealed and everything, the thing is worth thousands of dollars. This game changed the world, I swear. What kind of game lets you be a Pokemon trainer and you can have your companion right with you? Isn't that freaking amazing? Now, I want to talk about this a little bit because I'm trying to understand. Was this game, before I look it up, I don't remember. I don't think I played it. I played this other one. I mean, I played it, but recently, I mean, I don't remember. I'm trying to think if they alter the game. If they alter the game to be just Pikachu and it's with the show, or it's just a mini game. Not mini game. I'm trying to think if everything's the same as the show or it's different. Because on the other games, you play as your own character, and then you're kind of like in the footsteps of Ash. But it's like, what's the point of this one? So let's do a little. What was Pokemon Yellow about? Let's see. Here's what it is about. Your starter guess some games you can collect all their legendaries, and I was confused. I thought you can only collect up to Mewtwo and Mew. I'm trying to figure out that's a dog. Is it the dog? No, it's not the dog. Okay, so 151 Pokemon, the original Kanto set. Mew is the 151 in the Pokédex. But you can't normally obtain it through standard in-game gameplay. It was originally distributed via glitches. Why? You can obtain the 157 required trading Alakazam, Gengar, Machamp, Golem. If you tell me whether you're playing original or emulator. So where does this game end? Okay, so this one just defeat Elite Four and then defeat the champion, your rival, in the final battle. Indigo. Okay, so that's like all the others then. Okay, cool. Wow, I learned a lot from that one. That's pretty cool. So more, if you want to see like Jesse and James and stuff, and it's this one. So different between green and blue. Okay, this is just something I want to know because I didn't have red, green, or blue. I had the Pikachu version. I'm just gonna read this real quick because I do not know what any of those are about. Okay, they're all basically the same, with different important ways, mostly which Pokemon you can catch. Man, it's been so long. Versions exclusive WoW Pokemon. Red only, commonly version exclusives. Ekans, Arbok, Oddish, Golem, Vileplume, Mankey, Primeape, Growlithe, Arcanine, Grimer, Muck, Scyther, Electabuzz. Blue only, commonly versions exclusive. Sandshrew, Sandslash, Vulpix, Ninetales, Meowth, Persian. So they do this. I'm thinking they do this so you can use the trading system or buy every game to have everything. A few trainers have slightly different teams between versions, and some wild encounter rate shift. Okay, why did they make it like this? Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, trading and replay values, marketing technical limits to forced and reward trading and social play. They were introducing like the internet, like the land stuff. Pretty cool. Okay, I like this. I get it now. Okay, so then I'm on Fire Red, but obviously that's a Gen 3 remake, I knew that. So what's Gen 2? It's like asking for dummies because I should know this already. Pokemon. Okay, so that being said, that's where we are at with that. We are on Gen 2 Pokemon, which will be these two right here. Gold and silver. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Now, I personally was not a Ho-Ho fan obviously Mewtwo's better, but Lugia was pretty sick. And the storyline, I don't have any memory on this game whatsoever. But it looks like, yeah, that one was pretty different. Now, I believe it's the same as the other ones. One has one different type of Pokemon, the other one has the other one, and you can only capture, obviously, Ho-Oh. And you can have Lugia, obviously, on this one. And I believe you trade them and you can have them on each game or together, obviously. So the trading thing, that's how it worked back in the day. If you're not familiar with that type of style, the only way to get Lugia and Ho-Oh on one is to trade, which you have that one Game Boy, the other Game Boy, or obviously you get an emulator, you can have everything. But yeah, real quick, those are the only games I have currently that I found. So let's put these side by side. Maybe we can make a little thumbnail with this. Look at that. They're like puzzle pieces. So pretty cool. There you guys go. Childhood right there. I believe the Ho-Oh one wasn't mine. I think it's my brother's. Unless it was mine, but I'm pretty sure I liked Lugia. I know 100% the Lugia one is mine. So, what is Gen 2 added? So, second generation era that followed Red, Blue, and Yellow. Gen 1. Gen 2. Games Pokemon Gold and Silver enhanced versions. Crystal. I had Crystal. I don't know where Crystal's at. Hardware era. Game Boy Color. Game Boy Gold, Silver, and GPC compatible. Crystal is Game Boy Color. Region. Johto. West of Kanto. What is Gen 2 added? The big upgrades. 100 new Pokemon. Pokedex goes from 151 to 251. Breeding and eggs. Daycare. Held items. Pokemon can hold and use items. I never used this. I only used it just to get rid of some things to get my bag empty. Or to, make some room. Day and night cycle. Different Pokemon appear different at times. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I remember this. Two new types, Dark and Steel, to balance Psychic and introduce new matchups. Special Split, the old special stat becomes special attack and special defense. Friendship, happiness, evolution for some Pokemon. Shiny Pokemon are introduced. New mechanics, Pokegear, Pokegear, phone calls, daily events, etc. The famous Part 2 Gen story. You beat Johto, then you can also travel to Kanto afterwards, effectively giving you a second region to explore. If you are on Fire Red right now, you're thinking, what should I play next? Gen 2, typically classic. Crystal or Heart Gold or Soul Silver remake. I kinda wanna play Crystal. Why Crystal? Because in the show you only see Lugia, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, and then the show Mewtwo, Mew, Lugia, and then where does Crystal come from? Because that is the Orange Islands, right? Or am I tripping? Let's see what it says. Crystal. I remember Crystal had a cool game. It was a cool little. Because Crystal is enhanced, definitely version of Gen 2, the same way Emerald is to Ruby. Sapphire or Platinum is to Diamond or basically Gold and Silver, but meaningful upgrades and extra content. While Crystal adds over Gold and Silver reasons people pick it. More story-focused events around Suicune. It shows up throughout the game in more featured ways. Battle Tower. You can play as a female trainer. Oh, that's pretty cool. Animated battle. Spirits. Extra quality. Okay, so am I able to see Super cheats, what the heck? It's asking super cheats. Let's see. My neighbors are hilariously laughing. This is taking forever. Okay, let's see. So I'm saying nothing. Officially, you cannot. What? That's not what I said. Oh, okay, cool. It looks like you can get all of them in that one game. In Crystal and in the originals, Gold and Silver, both the gear are legitimately casual as part of the game. Pose leap for exploration. Lugia used to see. Then go to World War. Oh, catcher. Oh, catcher. Raikou, Inte, and then you get to the Rainbow Wing. Take it to 10 Tower. Fire Red, Crystal, Gold, and Silver. Yes, both Lugia are built into the game. Casual with required items and steps. Yes, both are legitimate remix of post game. It's not. I'm not. Which legendaries are able to catch in Crystal? In Pokemon Yellow, you can catch a legendary beast. Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Lugia, Ho, and Celebi. Oh. Legendary Pokemon in Crystal, Raikou, and Entei. These two Roman Johto, if you can remember, blah, blah, blah. After you getting the clear bell from the radio tower, Suicune, found also in the Tin Tower. Lugia found in the World Islands at location serving in Celebi, only obtainable through GS Ball. Oh, I just answered my own question on something I'm watching right now. I'm rewatching Pokemon. I was like, what the heck does GS Ball have to do with anything? Okay, cool. And Unknown, obviously you can catch a crap ton of those guys. They're like 28 of them. Yep. So pretty cool. I'm reliving everything right now. I want to see the red Gyarados, of course. And my favorite Pokemon has to be in between Mewtwo, Gengar. I want to say Mewtwo, just because he can talk. Man-made. He sees the dark and the light after, the movie. And he's just, he's cool. He's dope. I like his story and everything when he's a kid, and being born and all that, and in the whole science, that whole thing. That's pretty cool. I just dozed off for a second. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I know I rambled on a little bit, but hey, that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to talk about these games, because that's what I'm officially playing right now. I'm on Fire Red. I'm actually done, so I'm trying to figure out what to move on to. And I'm older, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot a lot of this stuff, and it's cool that now my son's here, and I can rewatch these things later on too when he's older. But right now, I'm like enjoying these. I don't know why. So shoutouts to Pokemon from my childhood, and I will be keeping this for my son. I'm not a collector or anything like that. Memorabilia. Yeah. So I don't know. We will see. If I have any more for you guys later, I will bring some up, or more consoles if if anyone likes this type of stuff, or me just talking in general. I do not mind. I like this. So maybe I'll make a playlist just ASMR. Like I did with my phone. Alright guys, well I'm gonna take off. Remember, Game Boy SP and this adapter, it works. So if you find this, buy this for cheap. I think it's under 15 bucks. Under 15, I believe. And yeah. Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. Crystal to skip silver and gold. And then you do do those two and then move on from there. And you should be Gucci. Because I need to finish all the games, honestly. I've not finished any of the games. I need to advance after. I don't know what happened after Celebi. I don't remember. I honestly do not remember that game or that show. I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know what year that was. Why I got off it. I think was it Yu-Gi-Oh.